climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. Now, as most of you know, my rants are not to be taken as scripture. In the end, it's just my opinions regarding the games I play. Red Dead Online, Grand Theft Auto Online, other games as well. Sometimes, though, I like to rant about the goings-on, the shenanigans when it comes to YouTube. As a content creator and a streamer, I feel an invested interest in this platform. Yes, I do stream a little bit on DLive, at least once a week now. I don't know how that's going to pan out. But for the most part, I would say over the past 5 years, I've been pretty loyal to YouTube. With the exception of 1 or 2 Twitch streams a few years ago. But like 90-something% of my content streams are YouTube. And look, I accept the fact that sometimes I get copyright claims because copyright music beyond my control happens to play during a Let's Play or a live stream. But what I cannot stand is when I get BS copyright claims like I got yesterday for a video. Well, it's a live stream over a year ago. So this was back when I got Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC, thanks to a friend of mine, Shotgun Mark, who gifted it to me for my gaming PC that I bought a year ago. Mainly I use it for streaming. On rare occasions I actually play video games with my gaming PC, but that's a side issue. So there was no issue with episode 1 of my Grand Theft Auto 5 PC live stream until Thursday, when I was looking through my Gmail, and that's how I noticed it. At the top of my list of emails I've gotten, it said I had an email, I had a video that was blocked. And sure enough, I went through the copyright notices, found the video, and it says your video has been blocked in some countries. Copyrighted content was found on your video, which is totally bullshit. I rewatched this scene, and it's basically music score from Grand Theft Auto 5, which is fair use, by the way. It wasn't even a copyright song. And I get not only a copyright claim, which is bad enough, especially when it's BS like this, I also got the video blocked in 6 countries, as you can tell. Bahrain, Egypt, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, as well as my country, the United States. Are you kidding me? This is freaking ridiculous. Yes, I know there's strict, ridiculous laws in those other countries. I have no control over what happens in those countries. I don't really have much control over what happens in my country, but my country is supposed to be about freedom and liberty and fair use. And you had another one of these shady organizations that goes on YouTube finding videos and finding ways to falsely copyright claim them. I'm sick of it. It happens to so many content creators now, especially the bigger ones. It doesn't happen as much to me because I guess I'm smaller. Obviously, I don't make nearly as much revenue as they do, but I still get robbed on occasion. It's like these individuals, these companies from other parts of the world that don't have the same laws are like highwaymen or highway women. And you're going down the road and then they stick you up. They're like, copyright claim, pay up. And some people will just ignore it. And the truth is, this video probably only made me a few cents, maybe a few dollars. But at the same time, it's a year old. It's basically a dead video. I seriously doubt anybody has watched episode 1 of my Grand Theft Auto 5 PC live stream in a while. I could be wrong about that. Then again, maybe it has more views to it now. The point is, they do this all the freaking time, and a lot of times they get away with it because people are too afraid to file a dispute against these copyright claims because a lot of times they assume that it's legit, that there actually was an issue in the video that justifies this company or that company giving them a copyright claim. Sometimes that's the case because, unfortunately, like I mentioned, there's copyright music in cutscenes of video games all the time, which sucks for us content creators and streamers. We try to do what we can to prevent the content copyrighted music from playing, but sometimes it's beyond our control. In this case, it was completely bogus, completely BS. And anytime this comes up, I don't care what country they're from, I don't care what the name of their company is, whether it's legit or bogus, I'm going to file a dispute. I know there's consequences to failing when it comes to filing a dispute. There's always that risk of there being a strike on your channel if it rules against you. And that means that I can't live stream on the channel, that I have to limit my videos to 15 minutes. I think it even punishes me when it comes to monetization. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, or maybe that's the second strike. But either way, I don't care. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to dispute this. Well, actually, I already did dispute it. I just did a screenshot here just to show you exactly what transpired. And I find it interesting that, yes, all those countries are in the Middle East. Like I said, I have no control over their laws and what they believe and what goes on over there. But I find it interesting that of the 6 countries it's blocked in, one of those countries happens to be mine. We're supposed to have protection laws, not just the First Amendment, but also fair use, which is something that a lot of content creators and streamers such as myself have as a shield against this kind of crap. So long story short, yes, I most certainly filed a dispute against this. And I have had to do this numerous times over the years. And I'm not going to stop fighting back against false copyright claims. And like I said in my tweet to YouTube, I know YouTube probably doesn't care, sadly, or they have other issues. But seriously, YouTube, something has to be done about this. I'm sick and tired of shady companies trying to rob content creators and streamers with their false copyright claims, resulting in vids being blocked in countries including mine. It's BS. Absolute BS. YouTube needs to do a better job protecting its content creators and streamers from this form of robbery. And those entities, companies, whatever you want to call them, that are responsible for these false copyright claims, aka internet highway robbery, need to be held accountable. I'm sure that's almost impossible because every country has different laws that protect these entities, corporations, LLCs, LLPs, whatever they happen to be that they set up shop. It's probably one person or a couple people thinking, you know what, how can we make some money? Let's go out and start highway robbing content creators, big and small, over bogus copyright claims. Some of them will file disputes and fight back, but others will roll over. Well, guess what? I will never roll over. I will continue to speak my mind on issues, whether people agree with me or not. And I don't expect everybody to agree with me because, like I said, my rants are not scripture. It's my opinion based on my thoughts, my views, my ideas. And if people disagree with me, they're welcome to disagree with me. I'm sick and tired of this being done to content creators. And I sincerely hope that this was one of the many issues that was brought up during the YouTube Summit that several other bigger content creators got to go. And I think, like I mentioned a few weeks ago on Twitter, that YouTube should actually consider inviting smaller YouTube channels as well. As long as you're partner channels, it should also depend on how many years you've been on YouTube. Like with my gaming channel, I've been around for 5 years. My political channel is nearly 10 years old, even though it's kind of sort of on life support in a coma because I've kind of got burnt out with politics again and again and again. But overall, I've been a content creator for, I could say, easily over a decade because I used to have a shitpost YouTube channel. It's my very first YouTube channel. I did small machinima videos. It's still around. I think I deleted most of the videos on that channel. But the point is, YouTube, seriously, you got to start protecting your content creators and your streamers from all sorts of BS that happens, including false copyright claims and blocks from these shady entities, companies that are basically conducting highway robbery on content creators as well as streamers, big and small.